There's something quietly powerful about a woman who knows what to wear and what to leave behind. She doesn't need to chase every trend or wear something flashy to make a statement. Her elegance comes from understanding what flatters her, what feels current, and what no longer serves her image. But even the most stylish women can hold on to accessories that silently age them. And the truth is, it's not because we don't care. It's because many of these pieces once worked. Years ago, they were the final touch that completed our outfits. But fashion evolves, and what once felt fresh and fashionable can, over time, become a subtle whisper that says, she hasn't updated her style in years. This video isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. About helping you see yourself again through a softer, clearer lens. Because sometimes the smallest details, like a certain handbag, a dated pair of earrings, or an overly ornate belt, can drag down an otherwise beautiful outfit. And you deserve better than that. You deserve to shine with quiet sophistication, to look in the mirror and smile, not just at your reflection, but at how beautifully your style reflects the woman you've become. So today, we're going to take a gentle, honest look at 7 accessories that may be making you look older or out of touch. More importantly, I'll show you what to wear instead. Simple swaps that can instantly elevate your look without needing to change who you are. Because true elegance doesn't come from following rules. It comes from knowing yourself. Let's begin. Let's start with something that many of us have worn proudly for decades. The big, bold statement necklace. At one point, it was the crown jewel of our outfit. It added flair, it made a statement, and it was often the very first thing people noticed when we walked into a room. But here's the gentle truth. Those oversized, chunky necklaces, especially the ones with loud colors, plastic beads, or complicated layers, can age your entire look in an instant. Not because you're wearing jewelry, but because that type of jewelry often clutters the neckline, pulls attention away from your natural beauty, and creates a heavy, outdated impression. You see, style after 50 is less about standing out and more about glowing from within. And unfortunately, when a necklace becomes louder than your own presence, it stops serving you. It overwhelms the delicacy of your collarbone, draws attention away from your smile, and can even compete with your hair or makeup. So what's the alternative? Replace the oversized statement pieces with something refined. Think simplicity, balance, and grace. A delicate gold chain with a soft pendant. A single strand of pearls that rests just at the collarbone. Or even a thin silver necklace layered with a smaller accent piece. These subtle accessories have a magical effect. They whisper elegance instead of shouting for attention. They frame your face rather than distract from it. And they move with you gently, naturally, rather than stiffly sitting on your chest like armor. Another tip? Match the tone of your jewelry with your skin's undertone. Warmer complexions glow with soft gold or champagne hues. Cooler skin tones look radiant with silver, platinum, or rose gold. It's not about being minimal, it's about being intentional. Let your jewelry enhance who you are, not hide it. Because when someone sees you, you want them to remember your warmth, your confidence, your light, not just a necklace. So the next time you reach for a statement piece, pause. Ask yourself, does this serve me today? Or is it a memory of who I used to be? True style evolves with you. And sometimes, all it takes is one graceful necklace to remind the world, and yourself, that elegance never gets old. Now let's talk about scarves. They've long been a favorite accessory for women of style and grace. A silk scarf tied just right can add a touch of Parisian chic. A soft cashmere wrap can bring warmth and quiet elegance. But just like jewelry, not all scarves are created equal. And sadly, some of the ones we've kept for years, those brightly colored, overly patterned scarves with bold prints and clashing shades, might be sending the wrong message. You see, loud floral patterns, rainbow swirls, or abstract prints in clunky fabrics often do the opposite of what we want them to do. Instead of adding polish, they distract. Instead of highlighting the face, they fight with it. And instead of enhancing your outfit, they can overpower it, making you look like you're trying too hard or holding on to an era that's long gone. The truth is, a scarf should be an elegant whisper, not a loud interruption. It should flow with your outfit, not interrupt its rhythm. So what should you reach for instead? Think of muted elegance, soft neutrals like ivory, taupe, or gentle blush. Delicate patterns, maybe a subtle stripe, a quiet geometric, or a tone-on-tone floral that barely whispers. Light, breathable fabrics like silk, linen, or airy cotton that drape naturally, and don't add bulk around your neck. When tied loosely around the neck or draped softly over the shoulder, these scarves can frame the face beautifully. They draw attention to your eyes, your smile, your neckline, all without trying too hard. And here's a small secret from stylists. The most flattering scarves are often the simplest ones, because they create a clean visual line. They blend into your outfit instead of taking it over, and they let you be the focus, not the fabric. If you have scarves in your drawer that are vibrant, stiff, or feel like they belong to a different decade, it's okay to let them go. They served you once, and they were part of your journey. But today, you deserve accessories that grow with you, that reflect your calm confidence, not your past experiments. So next time you reach for a scarf, let it be an extension of your grace, not a distraction from it. Because in this chapter of your life, every detail matters. And softness, real thoughtful softness, is the new sophistication. Let's move on to handbags. A woman's bag is more than just something to carry her things. It's a part of her silhouette. It moves with her. It speaks before she even says a word. But sometimes, without realizing it, the handbag we reach for every day might be saying things we didn't intend. Overly branded bags, those with massive logos, bright metallic initials, or loud designer patterns, can feel flashy instead of refined. And while they may have once symbolized success or trendiness, today they often read as trying too hard. The same goes for bags with too much going on. Chains, studs, tassels, zippers everywhere, or an unusual shape that calls too much attention to itself. They can look cluttered, they can feel heavy, visually and literally, and they often clash with the simplicity and quiet confidence that many women over 50 have naturally grown into. Because here's the thing, as we mature, our style doesn't need to shout. It just needs to be sure of itself. So what kind of handbag speaks that language? Start with clean lines. A structured leather tote in a soft neutral. A classic shoulder bag in rich camel, deep navy, or warm taupe. Or a small handheld bag with subtle stitching, smooth texture, and no visible logos. These kinds of bags don't chase attention. They command it. They age beautifully, just like you. And they go with nearly everything from tailored pants to your favorite linen dress. Another tip. Let the size of the bag fit your frame. Oversized bags can overwhelm a petite woman, while something too tiny can look impractical or out of place. It's about balance. Functionality and elegance, walking hand in hand. And if you truly love a pop of color, choose a rich, elegant shade, like burgundy, forest green, or slate blue, rather than neon or overly saturated tones. It will feel intentional, not impulsive. Remember, your bag doesn't need to prove anything. It simply needs to complement you. To carry your confidence, not compete with it. So the next time you pick up that purse, take a moment. Does it match who you are now or who you were trying to be years ago? The difference is subtle, but when you choose the right bag, everything about your look becomes more harmonious. And that quiet harmony, that's what real elegance looks like. Let's talk about sunglasses. They may be small, but they carry a big message. A pair of sunglasses can shape your entire face, add instant mystery, and elevate your outfit in seconds. But they can also do the opposite, especially if the frames are outdated, overly colorful, or mismatched with your current style. Do you remember those thick plastic frames in neon hues? Or the oversized bug-eye shapes with rhinestones on the corners. At the time, they felt bold, even glamorous. But now, they can unintentionally age your appearance, or worse, make your look feel stuck in a fashion time capsule. Style is meant to evolve with you. And just like how your makeup, hairstyle, or wardrobe choices have softened and matured over the years, your sunglasses should follow suit. If the frames are too playful, too trendy, or too far from your current aesthetic, they begin to speak a different language than the rest of your look. And that contrast can be jarring. So what should you choose instead? Classic silhouettes. Shapes that flatter your face without overpowering it. Think cat-eye frames with gentle angles, soft rectangular shapes, or timeless aviators with a modern twist. Look for clean finishes, no glitter, no chunky rhinestones, and no oversized brand logos stamped on the side. And most importantly, consider the color of the frames. Stick with neutrals that complement your skin tone, such as tortoiseshell, soft black, warm brown, or champagne gold. These tones blend seamlessly with your features and wardrobe. They add elegance without noise. Another subtle trick? Pay attention to the size. Too large, and they can hide your expressions or make the face appear weighed down. Too small, and they might seem impractical or overly trendy. The best sunglasses gently frame the eyes, provide protection, and add quiet confidence. They don't need to shout, they simply need to fit your face, your lifestyle, your story. Because as you walk through life today, your style should reflect clarity, not confusion. You've come into your own. You've lived, learned, and grown. And every accessory you wear, no matter how small, deserves to mirror that journey. So take a moment to try on your sunglasses in the mirror, not just to see if they block the sun, but to ask yourself, do these still reflect me? If not, it may be time to let go and step into a style that sees the woman you've become. Now let's move a little closer to the ears. Earrings can be one of the most beautiful and expressive accessories a woman wears. They frame the face. They sparkle when you smile. They bring attention to your eyes and jawline without ever needing a word. But just like other accessories, earrings can sometimes say the wrong thing. Big, heavy, overly ornate earrings, especially those with loud colors, long tassels, or dramatic shapes, can feel overwhelming. They might tug at the earlobes, draw attention away from your natural beauty, or simply look out of place with your more refined wardrobe. And here's the truth many women over 50 are beginning to realize. Less truly is more. When we were younger, bold earrings might have been our way to stand out, to feel adventurous, to make a statement. But today, you no longer need to shout to be seen. Your presence speaks for itself. So instead of earrings that compete with your face, choose pieces that enhance it. Classic pearls, small hoops in gold or silver, simple studs with a soft shimmer. Delicate drop earrings that move gently but never demand attention. These styles offer timeless elegance. They work with any hairstyle, from short gray pixie cuts to flowing silver waves. They flatter without overpowering, and they blend beautifully with both casual outfits and elegant evening looks. Another gentle tip. Think about proportion. If your hairstyle exposes your ears, choose something subtle. If you have long hair or often wear scarves or collars, go for earrings that won't get tangled or hidden. And consider the weight. Heavy earrings not only feel uncomfortable, they can actually stretch the earlobes over time, which becomes more noticeable with age. Lightweight pieces offer both comfort and grace. They let you move freely without distraction or discomfort, because ultimately, earrings should highlight the beauty you already have, not try to replace it. They should frame your face like a painter frames a masterpiece, with care, with thought, and with reverence for what's already there. So as you open your jewelry box, take a moment. Hold those earrings up and ask yourself, do these support my style today? Or are they echoes from a different version of me? Let go of what no longer fits your story, and let the light touch of an elegant earring remind you that grace doesn't need glitter, it just needs truth. Let's take a look at something often overlooked but deeply impactful: the belt. At first glance, a belt may seem like a simple functional piece, something to hold your trousers in place or define your waist. But when chosen thoughtfully, it can become a quiet statement of sophistication. And when chosen poorly, it can instantly throw off your entire outfit. One of the most common style traps. Thick, wide belts in bold colors or flashy finishes. You've seen them. Chunky black belts with giant buckles, shiny patent leather in bright reds, or thick corset-style belts that try to snatch the waist. Years ago, they might have been trendy or dramatic. But today they often feel harsh, outdated, and unnecessarily heavy, especially on a mature figure. The truth is, after 50, the goal is no longer to cinch or control. It's to enhance, to soften, to celebrate the natural curves without constricting them. Thick belts often cut the body in half visually. They interrupt the line of a dress or top. They can draw unwanted attention to the midsection and sometimes make it look bulkier than it really is. So what's the alternative? A thin, well-constructed belt in a neutral or complementary tone. Think soft leather in beige taupe, warm brown or gentle gray, or a slim suede belt that melts into your outfit rather than fighting with it. These belts create a seamless silhouette. They define the waist softly, without slicing through your shape, and they blend beautifully into both casual and elegant looks. Another graceful option: a fabric belt made of the same material as your dress or blouse. It adds structure without contrast. It creates flow without force. It lets the eye travel smoothly from top to bottom, a secret that stylists use all the time to elongate the figure and create visual harmony. And here's a small bonus: a softer belt feels more comfortable. It moves with you. It respects your body. Because elegance is never about squeezing yourself into a mold. It's about dressing in a way that honors who you are. So next time you reach for a belt, pause and ask, is this helping me feel more graceful or more restricted? Is it blending in and lifting my look or stealing the attention away? The right belt won't just hold your outfit together. It will pull your whole image into focus. Quiet, intentional, and timeless. That's the kind of accessory a true queen wears. Now let's finish with something close to the ground, but no less important: your shoes. A pair of shoes can whisper elegance or shout confusion. They're often the final touch that either completes your outfit beautifully or quietly drags it down. And one of the most common culprits behind a dated, aging look: wedge heels and overly embellished shoes, especially those covered in floral embroidery, metallic threads, or glittery accents. Wedge heels, with their bulky silhouette, were once praised for offering both height and comfort. But over time, they've become visually heavy. They tend to make the foot look larger and clumsier, especially when paired with soft dresses or elegant trousers. Their thick soles cut off the line of the leg, making you appear shorter or less refined. Similarly, shoes with ornate stitching, busy patterns, or loud decorations may seem playful at first, but they often clash with modern, clean-lined outfits. Instead of adding charm, they add noise. Instead of enhancing your elegance, they distract from it. So what's the solution? Look for shoes with graceful lines, clean finishes, and timeless structure. A sleek pair of low-block heels in nude or soft leather. A classic pointed-toe flat that elongates the leg, or a simple, well-made loafer in a warm neutral or subtle texture like suede. These shoes don't fight for attention. They create balance. They ground your outfit, literally, with quiet confidence. And they allow your clothing, your posture, and your expression to shine. Comfort matters, of course. You deserve shoes that support your feet. But comfort doesn't have to come at the expense of elegance. Shoes that are too orthopedic in style or overly bulky in shape can age your entire outfit, even if they're practical. The secret lies in the silhouette. Choose shoes that follow the natural line of your foot, that blend softly with your outfit rather than standing out, that reflect the grace in your step, not just the function of your day. And here's something few talk about. Your shoes say something about how you see yourself. Are you grounded, confident, soft yet steady? When your shoes align with those qualities, people notice, even if they don't realize why. So next time you reach for a pair of wedges or embroidered flats, take a moment. Ask yourself, is this shoe from a chapter I've already closed? Because the woman you are now walks differently. She walks with clarity, assurance, and ease. And her shoes, they carry not just her steps, but her story. As we come to the end of this gentle style journey, I hope you've taken more than just a list of fashion tips. Because this video was never just about accessories. It was about how the smallest choices reflect the deeper truth of how we see ourselves and how we want the world to see us. For many women over 50, fashion can start to feel confusing. What used to work doesn't quite feel right anymore. Pieces that once brought joy now sit untouched. And sometimes we quietly wonder, have I lost my sense of style? But I want you to hear this clearly and kindly. You haven't lost anything. You've simply evolved, and your style can evolve with you. You are no longer the woman who needed to prove herself with bold colors or flashy details. You've earned the freedom to simplify, to refine, to let go of what feels heavy, both in your closet and in your heart. Each accessory we talked about today was just a symbol, a reflection of how style, when chosen with care, can lift us up rather than weigh us down. Because elegance isn't about perfection. It isn't about chasing trends or mimicking someone younger. It's about knowing who you are and choosing pieces that honor that. A delicate necklace that draws attention to your smile. A soft scarf that frames your face instead of fighting it. A quiet pair of earrings that twinkle but never try too hard. These things may seem small, but together they create harmony. They speak the language of confidence and grace. And they remind the world, without needing to say a word, that style doesn't expire with age. It deepens. It becomes more meaningful, more intentional, and more beautiful. So as you look through your closet, your jewelry box, your collection of shoes and bags, don't ask yourself, is this trendy? Ask yourself, does this reflect who I am now? Does it support the woman I've become? Does it feel easy, effortless, and elegant? If the answer is yes, keep it. If the answer is no, bless it and let it go. Because you're not the same woman you were 10 years ago. And that's a beautiful thing. You're wiser, softer, more radiant in your own skin. And you deserve a wardrobe and a life that reflects all of that. So walk forward today with clarity. Let your accessories whisper confidence. Let your style mirror your inner peace. And remember, you don't need to dress young, you just need to dress true. Because true elegance never goes out of style.